And so the debate of all times as to whether man could be vegetarian or continue to be carnivorous. And I would say that right now man can't be either without the help of the Almighty. Originally, when man was created, God ordered and recommended that his diet be um, fruits, grains, nuts, herbs, and so on. Plant-based diet, and he was built in a special way. He was giant, and he was created a little lower than angels. And over time, after passing the test, which they failed, the test could have been a variety of things, but it just happened to succumb at that juncture with the diet thing: eat this fruit and you shall live and become white and all that stuff. And they would have become angels, replacing the devils. Now, when Cain killed Abel, he was banished, and he and his people went one way. And they started to experiment a variety of things. They started to have sex with animals. And so, over time, when population grew and the two met together, they discovered that the sons, they called Cain's descendants the sons of men, and those who descended from Seth, the sons of God, sons and daughters of God, sons and daughters of men. And when they met, they saw that they were different, because they had started already to decline and look different color, skin, and so forth, because they all were red. That was the original color, red. Not like red Indians, red. Like Adam, the word san means red. And so they started incorporating themselves animal creatures. This is where cave dwellers came in, because those who looked like the animals were banished into the caves or ran away from society and hid in the caves. And when they have offspring, those who looked like humans came back out. And those who were out, when they have animals, they went in the cave. So they were going back and forth. And they say that 15 times of sex of a certain trait, it becomes permanent. So those who are permanently looking like humans, but we still have that thing in us. And every now and then you find somebody who will be born with a lot of hair of themselves and they're looking like an animal, right? Or they have other features looking like an animal. And so that wasn't God's design, and God hadn't designed this body here to be like this. So it's man who created the carnivorous eating. Adam and Eve, they had just incisors, the front teeth, and molars to chew. But we acquired the eye tooth or the canine tooth from the animals, so that it's a tearing attitude. So that if you have a cat or certain animals and you just feed them vegetarian stuff, they will die because they're carnivorous. And it's only man could do both. Okay? And so man is locked in between. He can't fully access the nutrients of a plant, and he cannot the same of an animal, of the meat. So he's locked in between, and so people try in both. So what they get from this and what they get from that, hopefully they could echo out a kind of almost good existence. And perhaps this is why we can't live long again, because we're not getting the nutrients that our body needs. Now, God did say that in our time, man will be making like 70 years. But these scientists now come and saying somebody has been born now that can live forever, almost 1,000 years or more. They're coming up with some crazy stuff. All they're doing is rebelling against God. Okay? And so we can't access all the nutrients of the meat. We can't access all the nutrients of the plant. So we're locked in between. Now, I recall when I went to college in 1973, just before I had already started to practice vegetarianism, because I learned of the new concept and I was trying it out. But when I went on campus, it was just straight vegetarian stuff. There was no meat, nothing, no meat, chicken, nothing. And nobody got sick, nobody got malnourished, because we prayed to God. We said, Lord, help us to, bless this food, add into it what is missing, and take away from what is bad, and help us to be strong and healthy so we could serve you better and so on. And it worked. I never got sick. Nobody got sick. But if a pagan, for example, says, I'm going to be a vegetarian because it's good, I don't think he's going to be real good. I think he has some problems, and maybe he'll die earlier, because as we said, we cannot access all the nutrients from the plant, which could have sustained life to a higher level. Perhaps if we were able to access the real nutrients of the meat or of the plants, maybe we would have been able to live longer. Maybe 100 years, just cool, just start cruising, maybe 250, 300, you never know. But today, we've completely lost that digestive ability to digest the plants and even to digest, and we haven't acquired the ability to digest the animal meat. And so here we are, man trying to do his own thing, trying to change God's will and so forth, and it doesn't work like that. We have to do what God wants. And I'm sorry to say it that, you might say, I will be a vegetarian. They have all kinds of lactate and all kind of egg this and whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. Unless God is blessing it, I think you're going to put yourself at serious risk.